Hello, fellow whip enthusiasts. It's me, Russell, on the Rusty Bullwhip's YouTube channel, and I think it's time to review the Catchall Crafts Indiana Jones Kangaroo Hide Bullwhip that I showed off in my last unboxing video. So don't leave the video just yet. We've got a great review incoming. Okay, here is the bullwhip. It looks pretty cool, right? We're finally going to take a closer look at this instead of me just doing a quick little overview and not being in a rush to charge my phone. Starting with the handle, as always, we have a nice short wrist loop, about a 6-strand loop. It holds very well, it is quite sturdy, nice and strong, so I can hold on to that if I so choose. Moving on to the heel knot, it's quite triangular, but it's still very smooth. But one little gripe I have with it is it's a little too big, and the rest of this whip is tapered and shaped so thin that this kind of juts out, and it's more of a big statement piece, and I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it, but it doesn't really detract too much from the overall quality of the whip itself. Moving on to the main part of the handle, we have diamond plating in the handle. These wide diamonds, very indicative of an Indiana Jones bullwhip, and this bullwhip seems to have a very thin diameter with its handle, so I mentioned before that it reminded me of a Temple of Doom / Raider style whip, and this is why. And the transition knot actually has a darker patina just like the Raiders whip, so this very much screams Raiders of the Lost Ark. Going into the transition area, we have a slight bit of stiffness if I bend it this way, but that's because this whip is still essentially brand new and has hardly ever been cracked. So over time, I'm hoping that this area will loosen up, and the plaiting is very good. Josh plats his whips very well. I believe this is a 12 plat model, and I think all the indie whips that Josh offers are 12 plats, even his Kingdom of the Crystal Skull bullwhip. And the strands are nice and spliced very well, and the diameter of the thong itself is not too thick, so it doesn't have a very slow taper. It tapers quite quickly, which allows for a nice, easy transfer of energy, resulting in a louder whip crack overall. Tapering, we are getting thinner and thinner as we move down the thong, and this is an excellent display of a whip maker that knows what they are doing when they are tapering a whip. It doesn't fall flat in some spots. There aren't any odd little bumps anywhere that are going to mess with energy transfer. This whip has an excellent taper, and it goes to a very thick and sturdy fall hitch with a white hide fall that's already a little dirty because I took this outside and I've used it for the first time yesterday, and it ends with one of my own black nylon crackers. This is a very, very nice whip. Another little detail that I like about this fall hitch are the tassels at the end, especially since this reminds me so much of a David Morgan bullwhip, and I'm pretty sure that Josh was trying to emulate that design when making his indie whips. Overall, this whip cracks really well. A Kangaroo hide whip is definitely an investment piece. This whip costed me about $361 when I found it on eBay, which is an absolute steal of a deal price. But remember, it's not every day that you're going to be looking around on eBay and finding a fine Kangaroo hide whip like this. I would highly suggest that you go to Josh's Etsy store and order one from him there so you can support him directly. This whip has a very slow yet smooth, heavy action, especially since the heel knot has a lot of lead weight in there, so this has a very nice boomy crack to it, and I will show you guys that in just a second, but I am very impressed with the work that was put in here. This is a fantastic bullwhip. Josh Ellis of Catchall Crafts is definitely a top tier, S tier whip maker. So please go support his Etsy shop. Thank you for watching this review. This is me, Russell of Rusty Bullwhips, signing off, and have a wonderful Christmas holiday season.